What's going on, YouTubers? Today we are going to take a look at my freshwater planted aquarium. It has been a long time coming, and I figured I'd jump on the video before the tank ends up looking any different. This is originally my youngest brother's tank. I sold the tank to him at work, and they ended up setting it up for peacock cichlids, which grew out, and we'll end up getting to that later on in a different video. But peacock cichlids and some bashirs or bishers or bikers. So yeah, and now it's here because dude man went off to college. So good for him. Best wishes and hope everything goes well. I have your fish tank. So this will be returned to him in the next 2 years or whenever he decides to finish up college. And I won't have it anymore, but Lord knows where I'll be in 2 years or what'll be going on. So for now, it's a beautiful planted display in my living room. The only tank allowed on the second floor because we're no longer in the second floor apartment. We're actually in a duplex now. So pretty exciting. I've got a lot more projects downstairs, but today we're just going to focus on this setup. So starting off with some of the plants, I've got some swords, some micro swords, water sprite in the background that's been growing pretty well. We've got a lot of Anubis, my trident Java ferns, and a little bit of, I'm guessing it's going to be guppy grass or something. I'm not quite sure. That's actually from him. So is the water sprite. And the sword, and a couple of the Anubis, but not all of them. I've also got a Hygrophila growing in the background. I don't remember what kind of Hygrophila it was. Once again, plants are not my strong suit. This is actually the most successful planted aquarium I have ever set up in my life. So setting up fish tanks for 14 years and throwing them together, I've kept plants once, and my Cory cats uprooted everything, ate the roots on the plants, and they all died. And it was my Aquabid purchase that I had won, and yeah, didn't last long enough to be able to enjoy. So I never really went to plants. I kind of skipped over it, learned everything I could about fish, because there's still plenty to learn there. It is a nice display tank. I'll probably get a background on it. I've got to wipe up the water spots that are sitting back there, of course. But nonetheless, just crystal clear water. Fantastic tank. So let's take a look at some of the stock. Of course, just peeking out over here, I have my albino Adonis pleco. Once full grown, we'll lose the spots, get to be about over 3 feet. And yeah, should be pretty neat. But this was, I don't know if it was a birthday gift or an anniversary gift, but one of the two for my girlfriend. So very cool fish. Love this fish. Was originally in a 10-gallon. That's where all these guys were. Of course, I added way more stock, but most of the barbs, the plecos, and the emperor tetras had been in there prior to a 10-gallon tank. So now they've been upgraded to this 40-gallon tall. Peeking out in the back, I've got an elephant nose, who's probably about 6 inches, I'd say. He's pretty big. It's kind of like my main display fish. It's just the biggest one of the tank. He seems to work pretty well with everything, but he comes out mostly at night. I've got some sort of cichlid. I gotta remember what it was. It's like Xeno something. Yeah, some sort of a fancy Xenopinus or something like that. I'll figure it out. I'll put it there on the video. How about that? There you go. I've also got these Aurelius barbs. I'm going to butcher everything I say today because I have no idea how to properly pronounce the name of this fish. Never seen it before in my life. This is the first time in the last 3 months that we ended up getting them into the pet shop. I asked the boss to order a second group of them, and I love them. The males are turned blue with a big old dorsal fin. The female, not a whole lot of color, but she's got a way bigger belly on her. She will not have the same kind of blue color. That's her sitting right. Very cool looking fish, very sharp looking barb. I'm not a big fan of barbs at all, but I think it's just because the whole tiger barb, rosy barb thing, gold barbs, Odessa barbs, it kind of just beats it in the head with the fact that there's barbs out there just like there are sailfin mollies and lyre-tail mollies and swordtails and etc. So yeah, it was nice to see something a little bit different with a little bit more, I don't know, color and action, just a little bit different. It's like a tiger barb with a red tail. So it's like a tinfoil tiger barb with a filament barb, filamentous barbs. So they're pretty neat. We got some gold flying foxes, which is another thing I've never seen before. So of course I took all 3 of them, but yeah, I've got what I assume is going to be a male and 2 females, just because these 2 are a little bit brighter. They're like more white than they are gold, and the other guy's a lot more gold. So got the pair of emperor tetras. That's my male swimming out front. The female, ooh, drop that in the bucket. Female up in the top right corner. I've got the leopard cactus pleco, red tail cactus pleco, L114. Let's try to see if I can't spook him. I scare him every single time I walk up to the tank. Perfect, look at that.
He should get to be about 2 feet and really change in pattern. It should be a gnarly looking fish. I've had him for a while now too. What else is sitting inside this tank? There are the glow light Danios, which are floating around the top. Fun little note, I try to talk Coralfish 12G into taking these fish as his first little nano setup for his freshwater experience, but he didn't want them, stuck with the puffers, and I couldn't let them stay at the store. So they're here now, just a group of 3. That was all that was left over. I've also got the green emerald, I shouldn't even say green, they're emerald rasbora. Very cool looking fish, just that bright green. The top half is kind of blue, so it's like a weird mutated Incredible Hulk neon tetra. But they're pretty sharp in there too. They like to swim with the glow light Daniels. They've kind of accepted them as their own. So extra neat on top of neat. What else is hiding out? Anybody else? There's a baby whale back there. It's another electric fish, very similar to the elephant nose fish, but he's more gray. They only max at about 5 inch, and they sit down on the bottom and they're asleep like that. So that's it. That's the 40-gallon tall community tank. It's run by an Aquatop sponge filter, Aqueon heater, fluval hang on the back filter, and a Sun canister filter down underneath the stand, if I can figure out what that is. Rated for a 75-gallon, I believe. Ooh, scare all the fish, my bad, guys. But yeah, that's the 40-gallon community tank. Really like what it's turned into. You know, just a fantastic project, I guess. And to give credit to my brother for having the rocks all set up in this position already, as well as the plants over here. I just stuck in the tridents. He also had the piece of driftwood sitting in there, so I pretty much just filled in this side. Together, it is a beautiful brotherly project. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully next time we will take a look at the basement level of the fish house, fish room duplex, and we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.